I'm KIRK Miller, I'm 28 years of age, part of Team Grenade, and I'm from Coventry. My main background in sport stemmed right from an early age. Age of 3, I remember my dad putting a football in front of me. So, you know, most definitely my first love was football, and then throughout my school years, it was a mixture of athletics, cross country, just all sorts of running. But primarily, you know, my first love definitely was football. I managed to get picked up by Coventry City Football Club. They were in the Premiership at the time, and I had a 3-year apprenticeship there from the age of 16, 17, right up to 19, 20. But it was whilst I played football that I really, developed a love for gym-based work as well. And I suppose the one thing I carried on from my small football career was I just love winning and, you know, just doing the best I could, really. I'd definitely say the most significant moment of my life so far, probably, or life-changing moment, was when I entered the men's half pub model competition in 2010. Fortunate enough, I won, and that changed my life. Not just my life. I think it changed my mindset more than anything. That it was like a little switch in my head. Then, you know what, and anything's possible in life, and I truly believe that now. I carry that mentality and positive attitude, you know, in everything I do. Sort of put the wheels in motion to become a qualified personal trainer, and more recently I've been very, very fortunate enough to be chosen for a new global master trainer program to do with personal training, which involves Chris Gethin and Neil Hill, two of the best trainers in the world. They've formed a global qualification called Elite Physique, and I've been handpicked as one of the master trainers that, you know, we could potentially certify in the UK and just, you know, really make a difference, you know, not just in the UK, but, you know, globally. I genuinely, in terms of like not just my own training, but just like when I see people in the gym, I absolutely buzz off hard work. You know, I love it seeing people train hard. You know, pushing themselves to the limit. You know, that gives me a buzz. You know, it gives me an adrenaline rush. You know, there's nothing better than, you know, when you push yourself that hard that, you know, the mental endorphin release is incredible, and I think that's just as important for me as the physical changes that come about from training. A typical week's training for me, the past 3-4 months, has been a 6-day body split. So what I mean by that is I'll generally just do one muscle each day, particularly the larger ones. So for example, I do chest on a Monday, back on a Tuesday, hamstrings and calves on, say, a Wednesday, shoulders on a Thursday, bis and tris on a Friday, and then I'd like to do quads and maybe calves again on a Saturday. I mean, a lot of people might question that and say that's, you know, that's too many days to train, but like I say, that's not set in stone. That's just what I've done over the past few months, and by doing that, I've sort of I just find that I can really target each muscle in turn, and, you know, my sets vary from hypertrophy to, you know, drop sets. You know, I always like to keep the body guessing. No workout's ever the same. A lot of the time, that's for a number of reasons. One, the gym might be too busy. I'm never ever an advocate of waiting for 10 minutes just to get on the machine that I wrote, you know. In terms of rest days, I mean the split I just mentioned, you know, I train 6 days a week, so generally I'd probably only rest maybe 1 day a week, you know, sometimes 2, but rest is so important. I'd definitely advocate at least 1 day off a week for sure. If I'm doing 6-day-a-week weights, I mean, a lot of the time it's quite high volume. I've really tapered my cardio back. I would say just for sheer maintenance, I'd maybe do 2 hits at 10 to 15 minutes a week whilst I'm on this 6-day split. If you've got a sticking point in your training, right, or a body part, or, you know, something doesn't feel right, change it. You know, like, why overcomplicate things? You know, it's what a lot of people do. They'll keep bashing away at their same routine, or, you know, their same amount of rep ranges. If I feel that a certain muscle isn't growing the way I feel I want it to grow, I'll do something different. Very shortly, we've got a workout coming up with the Royal Marines Commandos. The first exercise I'm going to be doing as part of my workout will be some negative leg extensions. The reason for this, having seen the short clip of the Marine workout, what we're going to do, your legs are going to be very heavy from the word go. So by doing some negative sets, it really is going to pre-fatigue your quads. So effectively, you're going to be sort of burnt out from your quads from the word go. So that's the reason I chose that. The second exercise I'm going to incorporate will be some Paramount Squats. It's a machine you probably won't see in most gyms. The reason I've chose that is just purely because of how unorthodox the position of the machine is. It sort of really facilitates a deep burn within the quadriceps. The third exercise I'm going to be doing is walking lunges. For a couple of reasons. One, obviously, you again, your muscles are going to be under tension. Again, sort of mimicking the heavy armour you're going to have to carry during the marine workout. And not only that, the more tired you get, you're going to be slightly off balance. It's going to affect your concentration. So, in the follow-on to the two exercises that I mentioned previously, it's you know, my legs are going to be shot. The fourth set of exercises I'm going to do is like a mini circuit, like sort of plyometric style format. So explosive jumps onto a box, straight into a press up. Straight into some chin ups. So that's going to incorporate your whole body over those three exercises. Again, in a circuit style format, so it's going to require, you know, all your muscle fibers, as well as both your anaerobic and aerobic energy systems. To finish off at the end of that, I'm going to incorporate two different styles of cardio. One on the treadmill, I'm going to incorporate some interval sprints. Again, just sort of mimicking the different paces I'm going to have to run at and perhaps walk at during the assault course. And the second form would be the stair climber. I'm going to be on my last reserves there, and it's sort of, again, for me, an exercise like that would sort of typify the style of cardio that you're going to have to incorporate for that workout, as your legs are going to be so heavy, you're going to want to give up, you know, and it's just, I'm just going to push myself so hard on that until I'm officially shot. So if you look at an overview of that workout, it's going to incorporate both your fast twitch and slow twitch fibers, and both your anaerobic and aerobic capacity. I sort of work on the, you know, 80 to 90% of the week clean motto, and, you know, maybe 10 to 20% eat, you know, sort of relax and eat what I want. You know, if I've trained 5-6 days a week and I've ate clean, you know, for me, eating whatever I want, and what I mean by that is I'll eat a bit of fast food or cakes, chocolates, whatever. You know, if I've got whatever your vice may be, I'll earn it. In terms of my macronutrients, or, you know, basically the different types of food I consume, my carbohydrate sources would generally come from brown rice, sweet potato, and oats, and, like, you know, your simple sugars post-workout, which, you know, obviously carbs in the form of maybe Vitago or dextrose. Fats, definitely some good quality omega-3. I love almond butter also, mixed with some casein at night time. Whole eggs, nuts, you know, good sources of steak, because you get plenty of good fats from that. In terms of protein sources, they come from chicken, turkey, egg whites, decent source of whey protein, steak, fish. Like I say, even stuff like almond butter, although it's a good fat, contains protein. So I like to really vary, you know, the protein sources that I intake. You know, just they've all got different amino acid properties and stuff. So I like to keep, you know, they've all got different rates of digestion, for instance. So just a broad variety, you know, so it makes it a little bit easier to eat clean as well, you know, rather than eating the same stuff. How many meals I eat a day? Approximately 6 or 7. You know, obviously maybe an extra shake on top, obviously, if you're training. In terms of, like, because I work at different hours with the job I do with personal training, you know, I'm not stupidly, you know, anal as to I've got to eat at this time and this time, this time. But as a rule of thumb, I do like to eat every 2.5 to 3 hours, again, just to keep that metabolism firing. In terms of the supplement stack I take, it's a lot, you know. I take as much as I can, especially being like a natural. I'll take, obviously, Grenade fat burners. Obviously the other Grenade product that I stock is 50 caliber. Since I've took it, the workouts, I've never had a bad workout. Now, I know you'll probably get critics saying, oh, you should be able to train hard without it. Yeah, I can train hard without it, but oh God, I can train a hell of a lot harder with it. In addition to the Grenade products, I take creatine, BCAAs, L-glutamine, decent casein protein, a whey isolate, glucosamine hydrochloride, and then obviously a decent multivitamin, and a good, you know, decent couple of tablets of vitamin C tablets. I'd say the top 3 supplements I'd advise someone to take if they came to me. Most definitely a decent whey isolate. L-glutamine would be my number 2. Again, I just think, you know, a decent source of L-glutamine definitely aids recovery. It helps with your immune system, helps prevent muscle breakdown, and most definitely a decent multivitamin. I think sometimes these can be overlooked. You know, if you're training hard, your body needs, you know, the right vitamins and nutrients, you know, to sort of help remove the toxins and stuff from your body and help you stop getting poorly. If anyone ever wants any questions regarding my workouts, my training, or any diet advice, please follow me on Body Space.
One left, one right. Oh. Good lad. Work hard then, lads.